welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and today is the second part of my book haul because I had to get these books put in because I realized like my book hauls are too long. Too long. That's when they got unhaul, they don't need to be that long. So as soon as I get like a decent portion of books, I will do a book haul from now on so they won't be as long. Let's just jump into what I have all for you guys today. And let me get lighting. Book only Atlas 6 for the month of March. Yes. It is kind of different because it used to be the five swords and then the sixth one on the back. But it comes, look at that. Oh, I can see the characters. And then this is what it looks like. The other characters. Woo! I am here for it. I cannot wait to read this and figure out who's gonna be my favorite characters. And there's gonna be like hints of romance in here, so yes. But this is Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This is gonna be so good. And I do like this, like knowledge is carnage. And 6 are chosen, only 5 will walk away. Sounds great. My next purchase I got from Penguin Books, and it's C. Ritchie's Don't You Dare, which is an Achillean book. I forgot what this is, but the back of the book says, a party game, a dare, a single kiss. That's all it took to flip my world upside down. I always classify myself as straight, and from what I know, so has he. I didn't think one kiss would change that, but I was so wrong. Now I can't stop thinking about him in all of the ways I shouldn't. My best friend, Aspen. Wow. His taste is branded in my memory, his touch seared into my skin, and I want more. The searing attraction I feel only grows with the passing of time, which is why I start tossing out new dares, riskier ones that toe the line we never thought we'd cross. I'm gambling with our friendship, knowing it would ruin us, but there's so much more at stake here, like my heart. Ooh, sounds good. And I cannot wait to read. My next book is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I heard about this on Bookstagram as, I think it's Your Book Boyfriend or Love Your Books. It's one of those. And they did she did a reel of this book, how she said that like she wishes everyone would know this book because it was so great. And when I found out that it was a thick book, I automatically was going to buy it anyway. I love thick romances, so like if you have any good thick romances suggestions, then please slide them my way because I love books over 500 pages. This is over 600 and I am here for it. But I forgot to tell you what this book is about. So this book says, for years I dreamt of what college would bring, and while some things changed, there was always one constant. It didn't matter how wild I allowed my imagination to run. It always led me to the same place in the end. It tied me to him. My future was clear and he was in it. Until suddenly, he wasn't. Now I'm a shell of who I was on the path too blurry to follow, and I see no way out, no way up. They say first loves last forever. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. The angst I can just feel from that summary, and I'm here for it. This next book came in the Bookworm box, and it's Love at a Blurry. Oh wow. Love at the Bluebird by Aurora Reynolds and Jessica Marin. And it has a book plate. This is a musician love story, I think, with a hit song sitting at number 1 on the music charts. Garvin McNair thought he had everything he ever wanted. It takes one look from the mesmerizing woman sitting in the front row at his show in a brief encounter to make him realize just what he's been missing. Even though he's been burnt in the past, Gavin, not Garvin. Gavin puts his inhibitions aside and his heart on the line to earn the trust of the woman who could be his everything. Working in an industry where relationships start and end in the blink of an eye, Allison Dawson has made it her mission to not be mixed up with musicians, no matter how good looking they are, keeping her focus on the blossoming careers and clients. Alex doesn't even have time to date, much less fall in love. That is until she meets Gavin, a man who changes everything with one smoldering look. Just when these two begin to settle into their new relationship, Alex is asked to do something that may require her to choose between her career she's building and the man she's falling in love with. To make things worse, Gavin's ex decides to add a touch of drama to the already delicate situation. Will their love survive or become just another sad love song? I like angst. I like drama. This is a thin book, and I'm okay. I'm hoping that the drama will appeal to me, but I'm here for it. Okay, so these next 2 books I got because the authors followed me on Instagram, and some of their reels and stories appeal to what I looking for in a story. So I promised them I would read them, so I bought them, and I have Amory Avant's Fear None. This is the sequel. No, this is the first of the Rage duology right now. I think it's a duology because there's only 2 out. And this is an interracial romance. So this says, respect all, fear none. Tatum. I lived by my father's motto until River entered the MMA cage. River's brown eyes reflected mystery, and his soul held darkness, off limits to a good girl like me. One day, demons that haunted River swallowed him whole. Forever passed away, yet I failed at forgetting the beast that showed me a tender side of him. Now I'm the law, a cop. River's a gorgeous sin, an ex-convict. And I'm the reason he was tossed in the slammer. Aww. River. Coach treated me better than any blood of mine. I stabbed him in the back. This time, I'll twist the knife. Steal his most prized possession. His daughter, my everything. Tatum's innocence was created for my corruption. Prison sharpened the monster she couldn't save. She can take down any enemy, but her biggest opponent has a claim to her heart. I've loved that girl for the better part of my life. Only one of us stopped loving the other, and it wasn't me. I'm here for it. And he looks really nice. Then the next one is Jamila Jasper. I found out that this is not like a standalone. It's actually 6 books in a series. So I have to read all 6 books to get the whole overarching story because it follows these just one couple and their whole journey together. And this is book 1. So I bought 1 through 3, but I bought them out of order because I didn't know that this was a series. So I thought this was like a standalone until she corrected me. So This is book one of the Enemies to Lovers. It's called Unlovable. It is called the British Bully series. So basically, it says, she fell for her British bully. She wasn't supposed to love a brute. When Libby Jones arrived at Rapiti Academy, she's noticed by the worst of the worst, Benjamin Ronald Fox. As an international transfer student at an Italian-founded private boarding school tucked away in a northern English countryside, Libby finds herself at the mercy of the boys who have never taken no for an answer. Forced to contend with a new school, a horrid roommate, and bullies around every corner who want her to leave their upper crust playground, the new girl has to find a way to hack it, or pack her bags and flee back to the United States in shame. And this is a thick book too. It has 480 pages almost. So I'm okay with that. I am here for it. And this is also interracial romance. So I'm here for that too. And I cannot wait. This next one also came in the Bookworm book box. And this is Diamond in the Rough by Skye Warren. And this came with the bookmark and then an author's notes, and it's signed. And for this book, it says, stepped off a 9-hour flight when it happens. A white van, a dark hood, every woman's worst nightmare. Now I'm trapped in an abandoned church. This man took me, says I won't be hurt. The man in a cell next to me says that's a lie. I'll fight with every ounce of strength, but there's secrets in these walls. I need every single one of them to survive. I am here for it. This is a dark romance, and I can't wait to figure out what's going on in this. My next one is Dare by S.L. Scott, and this was given to me by Jessica, and this is a rock star romance because it says a rock star hero, and I don't know anything about it, but we're gonna read the back of it. It says Dare Marquise, wow, okay, is a bad boy rock star with a body to match, cocky, devilishly good looks, a voice that commands attention. A night with him with no strings attached is what I need, but he makes it impossible to not want more when he runs his hands through his dark, wild hair and smiles. Only one he only shares with me. Weatherly Beck is an angel with a body made for sin. Whip smart, drop dead gorgeous, too good for any guy from the east side. Her life is planned out, so I don't have the right to step in and mess up her future. But when I look into her sapphire blue eyes and taste the innocence on her lips, I know we're meant to be more than one night stand. I want her to take a chance on me, to take a chance on us. She may not be a damsel in distress, but I dare her to let me be her hero. Okay. Oh, sounds good. Then I have In the Trees Crept by Dawn Coltrane. I butchered that last name. I am so sorry. This was sent by Cora. So I don't know what this is about. And this is YA. And so it says, a tree. It's a tree. I'm convinced myself of this, almost fully, until things step forward, his head turning a fraction in my direction. I can almost hear the tiny creak. Oh, wow. As his head rotates. It's a tall, long-limbed, boyish head shadow. I blink again, closer, and closer, and again, closer. Closer each time. Like the trees, tall, thin, eerily still and watchful. A man, something like a man, but he has no eyes. So my next book is actually book 2. And I was sent this by Simone. So thank you, Simone. And this is Wild Lands by Stacey Brown. And this is like the Savage Lands series. So when I found out I was getting this book, because I opened it and I was just like, oh, this is book 2. I don't have book 1. So I had to go buy book 1. And that book is coming on like the 26th. So yes, I have this and I can't wait for book 1. So yeah. And also thank you, Simone, for buying this for me. Yes. Okay. So I have been trying to find this by C.E. Ruchis for like super cheap secondhand. Then a subscriber on my Instagram asked me if I wanted the hardback edition of the series, and I was like, yeah, I definitely do. And so she sent it to me, and I am super happy. I obviously paid her, so I was like, yeah, no, this is hard. You got this, girl. And this is from Amanda. So this is A River of Rain, the complete duets. So it says 35 days, 2 teammates, 1 cabin. River. I wasn't prepared for the day I met Cyrene, I think it's Cyrene, Guardian. Our friendship, for the friendship we could have had to turn into pure disdain. The hatred he holds for me only grows the more we interact. Then an on-field brawl leads to a mountainous prison sentence. One where we're supposed to work out our differences. Sleeping together has never meant to enter the equation, and definitely not falling in love with my sworn enemy. Rain says, I never loved someone more than River Lennox. He digs under my skin for the hell of it, claws at my heart like it's his own until finally it is. But he wants more than I can give. My past, my secrets, the darkest, ugliest parts of who I am, he urges to the surface. Despite them, he manages to find something worth fighting for. The question is, when our time here is over, can I do the same? I know this has major trigger warnings. The thing about it is the author doesn't tell you what those trigger warnings are. So you have to go in blind. Unless like someone tells you the trigger warnings. I'm going to go in blind. I'm nervous, but I am going to go in blind. I have Merciless by W. Winters. This one I got from Penguin Books. And I like it because it's hardcover. So, and this one says, it was Willow Winters. I keep forgetting that. I should have known she would ruin the moment I saw her. She would ruin me the moment I saw her. Women like her are made to destroy men like me. I couldn't resist her, though. Given to me to start a war, I was too eager to accept. But I didn't know what she'd do to me. That she would change everything. She sees through me in ways that no one else has. Her innocence, her vulnerability make me weak for her, and I hate it. I know better than to give in to temptation. A ruthless man doesn't let a soul close to him. A cold-hearted man doesn't risk anything for anyone. A powerful man with a beautiful woman at his mercy, he doesn't fall for her. So, I'm here for it. Then I got a secondhand edition of Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I got this for like a great price. It was $5. So I told myself I wasn't going to read this book, but $5 is a steal. So at some point in time, I will read this. And I know this is a bully romance. I think everyone kind of knows what this book is. It's been around from BookTube and Book Talk, so I don't have to go explain it. But again, this is a bully romance, a dark bully romance. Then I have Ruby Dixon's Natalie's Champion, an Ice Home novel. I got this because the cover was a Black girl, and I was like, yes, interracial. I also think that it's the Ice Planet, like So maybe he's not human. Who knows? Black heroin. Black heroin. So it says, of all the men on the ice home beach, that's the most competitive, the most aggravating. He's cocky, arrogant, turns everything into a rivalry. He's a pain in you know what. He also keeps insisting that I kiss him. After all, I'm the one who told him a kiss doesn't mean anything. It shouldn't. A kiss is just a kiss, as far as humans are concerned, but that's a clone, a race of people called Anis. And he's been brought up to play hard and to win. He wants to win me, but does Thad want me for the right reasons, or am I just another conquest? Sounds great. Then I got Room Hate by Sabrina Bowen, and this is an Achillean romance. So it says, wanted. One roommate to share a 3-bedroom house, split the rent, and ideally not be the guy I can't stop thinking about. I'm a man with too many secrets. I'm a man with too many secrets. So the last thing I need is a roommate with a sexy smile and blue eyes that see right through me. 8 years ago, Roderick left town after high school. We're not friends. I owe him nothing. But back then, I let one of my secrets slip, and he's the only one who noticed. Part of me knows I should run far, far away, but the other part wants him to come upstairs and spend the night. But if I let him in, I could lose everything. Seeking a room to rent in town, I'm tidy, have no pets, and I will feed you homemade bread. I should have probably added gay AF. And has no filter. It's no wonder my new landlord is weary of me. A smarter man would ignore those hot glances from Kean Shipley. The Brody lumberjack wants more from me than another fresh-baked pretzel. But if I push my luck, I'll end up back on the street. Too bad I've never been smart with my heart. Sounds really good. This is an interracial reverse harem by Shayla Black and Lexi Blake. And this is a Masters of Menage. I know this is a series. Tate Baxter, Eric Cohen, and Keelan Kent are partners of one of the most respected law practices in Chicago. But these 3 masters of the courtroom also have a partnership in the bedroom, fulfilling the darkest needs of their female submissives night after night. Everything was fine until they hired Annabelle Wright as their administrative assistant. Belle felt sure she hit the jackpot with her job, but in the last year, the 3 gorgeous attorneys have become far more than her bosses. They've been her friends, her protectors, and in Belle's dreams, they're her lovers too. But she's given her heart to them all. How can she choose just one? When her bosses escort her to a wedding, drinks and dancing turn into foreplay and fantasy. Between heated kisses, Bella admits her innocence. Surprise becomes contention and tempers flare. Heartbroken and unwilling to drive them apart, Bella leaves the firm and flees to New Orleans. Resolved to restore her late grandmother's home, she hopes she can move on without the men. Then Kean, Tate, and Eric show up at her doorstep seeking another chance. But something sinister is at work in the Crescent City, and its sights are set on her. Before the trio can claim Annabelle for good, they might have to save her life. Ooh, so a thriller with romance in a reverse harem. I am here for it. This next one is a Simone West story, and this is from the Off Limits series. In this book 1, and this says it's Tanya and Varan and Steps. I think this is also a interracial romance. Maybe. Hold on, let me make sure. So I think this is an interracial romance, and this is the first in the series. So it says LaToya Anderson. a good girl who's been through hell with her mother, who keeps chasing happiness with the wrong kind of man. When Toya learns her mother is engaged to a man she's never even met, it's yet another crazy decision that Toya would have to help her mom recover from when things fall apart. But nothing prepared her for the scorching hot sun of her mom's fiance. Something about his brooding blue eyes and cocky smile and the visible brokenness keeps pulling her to him. Varren Kirby, the energetic bad boy that hasn't dealt with his mother's death. He suppresses with alcohol, pills, and regular hookups. But none of these things satisfy the need in his heart, only leaves a deeper hole to fill. Varren is convinced he's a lost cause and will never be able to let go of the all-consuming grief. But his new stepsister's sweet, captivating personality causes a spark so strong despite his bad habits and fears. He finds it's hard to stay away from her. Bit by bit, he starts to feel alive again. Now that he's found happiness, he will fight to hold on to it no matter the cost. LaToya never imagined falling for her stepbrother. She'll go after what she wants for the first time in her life. Or will she sacrifice everything for the sake of her mother and possibly for love? So it's a forbidden romance because they are step-siblings and I am here for it and I love the hardbacks. These are so nice. Then I have the special edition copy of Lilac by B.B. Reed. But when I found out it was a special edition, I was like, I just have to have it. So this is it. And this came from, the Bookworm book box. But everyone knows that this is a reverse harem. A rock star reverse harem because she becomes the guitarist in a boy band. And, well, not boy band, like actual band. And yeah. Love it. I'm not going to read this because I've already read it, but like I said, I just wanted a special edition. Then I got sent a copy of Sakari by Adrian Wilder. And if you know, I said that Knox was like my favorite. So I DM'd Adrian on Instagram and talked about how I loved Knox and how it was great. And then he sent me to his agent, and his agent put me on the list for Anubis, the arc for Anubis. I can't wait to read that one. It's in its final stages, and I'm super excited. But also sent me Sakari because he thought that I would like it. It's a thick book. It's a Killian romance, and I'm here for it. But here's what it says. When Ben Coben's uncle is murdered, he comes into possession of information about the man responsible for his death of his mother and father, a man his uncle appeared to be hunting. Now Ben wants to finish what his uncle began. Jacob Mosey fell into a cycle of drugs and abuse. His will broken, his life destroyed. He had no hope for survival. Only the man who saved him is no angel, but the remnants left behind when all the complexities of what makes a person human are stripped away, leaving dark parts. Marcel Sergi lives by the rules of his house, rules ingrained in him as a child under the most brutal conditions, meant to hone him into a perfect killer. And over the course of his life, he's made vicious enemies. Now innocent lives have been swept up in the storm of revenge against him. But Marcel isn't going to save them all. He's going to change them. Because life is a gift. Sounds great. And my last book is my Fairy Loot exclusive edition of Heartstoppers 2. I don't have Heartstopper 1. I didn't think I was going to get this, but I did. And I'm happy. So this is what it looks like. Sprayed edges. And it's so cute. And there's Charlie and Nick. And then it just says Heartstopper. So I'm prepared for Heartstopper to come out on Netflix on the 22nd of April. So that is it for part 2 of my book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I post a video almost every single day, so please like and subscribe to see more from moi. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!